Now we're going to be talking about starting the CSI Linux virtual machine for the first time. So we booting up, have a new grub menu. Once the system does boot up, first thing we're going to do is run a Powerup. And what Powerup does is it's going to update the case management system and a few other small items, but essentially it's focusing on the tools related to CSI Linux from CSI Linux. So once it boots up, we're going to see the new boot screen, which is similar to the previous one, just modified slightly, as the little logo in it. By default, the password is going to be CSI. And once this logs in, if you mistype the password, it's going to ask you for a username and password. The username is CSI. The default password is also CSI. Now, what I'm going to do is do a quick test. So ping google.com. Looks like I can get to it, so I do have internet access. If for some reason you don't, check the virtual machine network adapters. Make sure that if it's on bridged, you have the ability to call out. A lot of times I'll use NAT, so it is using the internal network information from the host system. So NAT's usually the one I use. Bridged pretends to be an actual computer on the network, and especially if the DHCP server doesn't recognize it as a authorized system, you might not be able to get out. So I am out. Now I'm going to do Powerup. Powerup's going to pop up a window. Now I'm going to put in the wrong password first. So this essentially is trying to force it to where you have to be able to put in the right password. So authentication failed. Let's put it in again. This is the correct password. Hit OK. Now it's reaching out, pulling the data. And again, this is going to be the CSI Linux Tools, including content for the case management system. Just to make sure everything's up to date. If there were any bugs, some patches in there. And since the original release, there has been some significant updates, especially with the evidence management tab. Now, once it is done, it is a good idea to reboot. You don't have to, but you're not going to be able to run Powerup again unless you reboot. And it's set that way on purpose, mainly to ensure that if there are any major updates that do require reboot, that you do force it. But because there are no major updates right now, once this is done, I'll go ahead and double check and verify that the case management system still opens up. So again, in the background, it did download the file that extracted the contents and is dumping it into that folder. Now, inside the CSI Linux Tools folder, it is ensuring that everything here, again, is Unix format in case there was a slight issue with a carriage return line feed. Every once in a while there is, especially if we modify something on the Windows side. And now it looks like it is good to go. So go ahead and double click. Log into the case management system. Accept. And then I'll just go ahead and hit unassigned. And this should load the unassigned case or the Intel case. So that one you can play around with, do your analysis, try to get your probable cause. Once you do get that, you can then always migrate it to an actual case. But looks like the Powerup worked. Go ahead and close out of here. And that is running the CSI Linux, the new version. First time, log in, update, and then you're good to go.